Hey everyone, how's it going? And welcome to JC's Anime Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about Record of Ragnarok, which is an anime that just released on Netflix. Now, this video is going to be a little bit different from my more recent videos, where there's a bunch of footage and you don't see my face at all, and I'm talking over it. This is just going to be a more chill video where I'm sitting here telling you my thoughts on it. So if you've never heard of Record of Ragnarok, the plot is pretty simple. It's that every 1,000 years, every god from every mythology get together and they have a meeting about whether or not humans should be allowed to live for the next 1,000 years or if they should be destroyed. And this time around, they decide humans should not live anymore because they keep giving them chances and they keep starting wars and doing all these horrible things to the environment, and basically they think humans should be destroyed. And right when all of them decide to destroy them, this Valkyrie shows up and says that we should give the humans a chance and we should have something called Ragnarok, which in the anime is a tournament between humans and gods to decide whether or not humans should be eliminated. So if humans win, they get to live for another 1,000 years. If the gods win, then the gods get to kill all the humans. So the Valkyrie gets a bunch of humans throughout history. So for example, one of the fights is Adam, the first human in the Bible, like Adam and Eve, and it's Adam versus Zeus. And yeah, it's a pretty simple concept, but it's also very cool. And I was really excited to watch this anime because like the concept is really cool, and I heard that the manga was super good and Netflix was handling it, which they do make some pretty good anime and do a really good job with the animation usually. But Record of Ragnarok was not really that good. I've seen a lot of people saying it's trash and it's like the worst thing ever. I don't think it's that bad, but it is definitely not good. One of the biggest problems that I see people talk about is the animation. And yeah, the animation really is not that good. There's one fight where instead of them fighting, it's like the finale of the fight and they just show like screenshots or do like a slideshow of the characters fighting and show you what they're doing instead of spending the time to actually animate it. And the stuff that does get animated is all right. It's not awful. It's not like Berserk 2016, but it's not really great either. It's fine. And I think that might be one of the biggest problems. The animation just is not very good, and it's Netflix that is backing it. So they have a lot of budget, but you can tell that they did not have a lot of time with this anime. And we ended up with this. It's not the worst thing in the world again, but it's not really great either. And it should be a lot better because it's Netflix doing it. And Netflix makes a lot of money, so they have enough money to put into this if they really wanted to, but it just feels like they didn't, and the animators were not given enough time, clearly. Now, when I was watching it, I didn't find the animation annoying. Like, it didn't feel like it was painful to look at. Like, it didn't feel like I had to turn it off. It wasn't anything that is amazing, but it wasn't anything that I hated either. Now, I also just recently watched the 2 most recent episodes of So I'm a Spider, So What, which the animation in that got awful. It's really bad at that, so maybe I'm just used to bad animation. But the animation for me didn't bother me too much, but I do understand why people are annoyed about it. Now, what's funny is a lot of the issues that I really had with the anime come from the way the story was told. If it's told the exact same way in the manga, I might not like the manga that much either, because it takes like until the end of the 3rd episode for like a real fight to start, because up till that point the 2 people who are fighting throw 4 punches, and then in between each punch it cuts to a flashback and explains to you about their backstory. Like, for example, Thor is fighting and they do a whole 5-minute backstory on Thor just to tell you how strong he is and say that Thor killed 60 giants by himself. But they spend 5 minutes setting up how the giants attacked, showing you some of the people that are being attacked, like the guards and stuff, and then it shows you Thor killing all of them, when they could have taken 30 seconds and said Thor was so strong that he killed 60 giants by himself, and they didn't need to spend time with the flashback. That happens a lot, where they just cut to the flashback of the characters. It's mostly in the 1st episode, where there's a flashback for each of the characters, then there's an explanation as to why the humans are able to fight the gods. They do something with the weapon, and I won't get into spoilers if you do want to see it, and it just takes a while before the fight really starts going. But by the end of the 3rd episode, I think that the fight started getting better, and I enjoyed it. It wasn't amazing, but I enjoyed it. It was decent. So overall, I don't think it's really that great, and I would actually recommend not watching it especially if you're an anime only, because sure, you could watch it and then be like, oh, I like the ideas there, and I'll go check out the manga, because the manga is supposed to be pretty good. But if you only like watching anime and won't watch manga, I wouldn't recommend doing it, because one, most people really are not liking this anime, so I don't know if it'll get renewed for a second season, and even if it does, you're gonna have to wait, because this first season has 3 fights, and there's supposed to be 13 fights. Even if they do make another season, you're gonna have to wait a long time before they finish the entire story. So I really don't think this is worth it. Like, I would recommend checking out their Castlevania series, which has amazing animation, a really good story, and the 4th season recently came out, and it was pretty damn good. Overall, I was disappointed with it, and I think that Netflix could have put a lot more money into it, and I think they should have let the animators have more time. Now, I will say, if it does get a second season, I'm willing to give them another chance, because the ideas are there, and I think it could make for a really good show. And I like their take on the different gods and goddesses. They all seem pretty cool. And I think it's really funny that Aphrodite has such huge tits that she needs people to hold them up for her. I think that's really funny, and that seems like something that would only happen in anime, because there's always big titty anime girls. And I think that was really funny. I think that was a good idea. I think the whole concept of gods fighting humans seems pretty cool, like the humans throughout history fighting the gods. All of it is there. I'll give them one more chance. Season 2, hopefully it is better. I hope that they learn from this and give their staff more time to work on it, and maybe put a little bit more money into it instead of having like these awful CG Hermes playing a violin, which is so bad. So yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there on Record of Ragnarok. It was not good enough for me to want to do a video like the other anime reviews I've been doing, because those take a lot of effort. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think of Record of Ragnarok, and let me know if you like these more chill videos, because I'd like to do these on anime series that maybe I didn't have time to make a full video on, and just go over it real quick. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.